Am I living in an alternate reality or something? Is the date on my computer wrong? Because the last I checked, we were still in the month of May. We're still over a week away from the official start of Woke Christmas. Yet for some reason, we are already being bombarded with propaganda. There's absolutely no excuse for this. I am not a financial advisor. I do invest in the stock market, but I am far from an expert. I wouldn't even call myself a novice, so don't take any financial advice from me. But with that being said, if you own stock in North Face, I suggest you sell it and you sell it fast. Maybe they are trying to outwoke Bud Light. Maybe North Face is trying to beat the record. Bud Light lost $15 billion in 2 months. We can do better than that. Let's set our goal at losing $30 billion. There's absolutely no way they can be this stupid. There is no way this commercial slipped through the cracks. I'm done with the excuses. I am not biting into the shit sandwich. I am not buying. This wasn't approved by executives. This was approved by our marketing department. When I initially came across this commercial earlier this afternoon, I thought this was a fake. I thought it was some transgender influencer spoofing a commercial for clickbait. That theory was proven incorrect once I checked the North Face Instagram account. Once I determined that this was not a fake, I thought it was another old commercial that was being recirculated by conservative media. Ever since the Bud Light disaster, we have had several instances where old commercials featuring rectum respectors were uncovered and presented as new. But that's not the case here either. I double-checked, triple-checked, quadruple-checked. This North Face commercial, it was released less than 24 hours ago. The question is, why? Why? Do executives at North Face have their actual face buried in the pooper? Have they not seen what's happened to Bud Light? Are they suffering through amnesia? Have they already forgotten? You can't use that excuse with Target because that boycott is starting right now. Last summer, North Face produced a commercial flaunting their gay pride. I thought it was ironic for a company named North Face to align themselves with the transgender movement. I thought they were more focused on what's going on down south. But the ad featured a birthing person named Win Wiley. Casey, who in the hell is Win Wiley? I didn't know either, so I did what I do best. I found out. I was able to find an old Facebook profile. According to his bio, Win Wiley is in a band with his cat. Okay. My inside sources tell me Win Wiley is quite the percussionist. He is a professional when it comes to playing the butt bongo. Win Wiley is also a photographer with a focus on weddings. Now, these aren't your typical weddings, though. When me and my girlfriend looked for a photographer for our wedding, if we called up Win Wiley, I don't know if he'd take the job. You see, Wendo, he likes to focus on unique weddings. Harry Stiff and Sam Shovel, Leah Thomas and Rachel Levine, John Morant and Smith & Wesson. Now, I'm not an expert in photography either, but from what I can tell, Win Wiley, he was one hell of a photographer. Most of these pictures, I thought they looked great, but that was all in a past life. All of the activity on his Facebook account, it's all old. Hasn't been a post since May 2017. Unfortunately, the biological Win Wiley is no longer with us. You see, Wendo believes in transformation. He believes in the gender selection process. Last summer, he collaborated with North Face to reveal his new identity to the world. Watch for yourself.
Nature lets you be who you are.
Even gay. Hi!
Ladies and gentlemen, you are cordially invited to the Summer of Pride with my friends at the North Face. We're traveling all the gay across America, and everyone's invited. That means you.
Me.
And you.
Hello.
And you.
Wow.
Not you, though. You're too cute.
Win Wiley now goes by the name Pattie Gonia. Wouldn't that be trademark infringement? I thought Patagonia was a clothing brand. Matter of fact, I don't think that. I know. I own several of their shirts myself. That North Face promotion from last summer, It completely flew under the radar. Every June is a busy month here on the channel as we cover all the celebrations of woke Christmas, but even I missed that North Face commercial last summer, and understandably so. Compared to other promotions that we have seen, what North Face presented is, to be honest, it's kind of tame by comparison. There really wasn't anything notable or outlandish about it. Some dude doing his best impersonation of Rachel Levine promoting an outdoor clothing brand. I mean, I hate to say it's become the norm, but that was the case last summer. However, and this is a big however, the norm is beginning to change. Actually, I think it's safe to say the norm is going back to being normal. This Bud Light boycott, it is changing the country. Most of these woke companies, they are trying to distance themselves from the wanker spankers. We talked about this yesterday with Target moving their Gay Pride display to the basement. Bud Light, they have been fighting for weeks to distance themselves from Bob Dylan Mulvaney. Hey, it's me, Bobby D. North Face, they have decided to go with a different branding strategy. Instead of, promoting their summer line, instead of promoting their newest line of outdoor gear or trying to appeal to the average man, North Face is pretending it's business as usual. North Face is pretending like there has been no resistance to the promotion of the transgender lifestyle. Instead of distancing themselves, North Face has decided to double down. Yesterday, they released their newest commercial. When I initially saw this, I thought North Face had utilized the services of a WNBA dump diver. You'll understand why here in just a second. The woman in the commercial has a mustache, one of the preferred hairstyles in the WNBA. But it was not a woman from the WNBA that North Face hired. Once again, it was Pattie Gonia. Watch for yourself.
It's me, Pattie Gonia, a real-life homosexual, and today I'm here with the North Face. We are here to invite you to come out. This tour has everything. Hiking, community, art, lesbians making art. Last year, we gay sashayed across the nation and celebrated Pride across the nation with hundreds of you across the nation. This year, we're back again with 2 new stops. Atlanta, GA. Why? Because you're there. In Salt Lake City, we're coming for you.
I am so confused. I mean, this gets so confusing after a while. Is Pattie Gonia transgender? Because he just admitted to liking men, but was dressed as a woman. I thought women who liked women were classified as lesbians. It gets hard to keep up with the proper terminology. Hell, it's hard enough keeping up with proper pronouns. And look, I don't have anything against Wynn Wiley or Pattie Gonia. For all I know, they're a nice birthing person who feeds starving gender-void puppies in their spare time. But as a business, as a clothing brand that is mostly catered to men, why would you do this? Why would you hire a drag queen to be your brand ambassador? How many real men are going to see that commercial and go out and buy North Face? I don't have to guess. I can tell you with certainty, none. I can also tell you with 100% certainty, there won't be any men attending the Summer of Pride tour. I have been sitting here all afternoon trying to think of a reason for this. I keep coming back to the same question. Why? What is the ultimate goal here? After everything that's happened with Bud Light, why would North Face do this? Well, KC, maybe it's just a publicity stunt. All publicity is good publicity. That is not true. Go ask Bud Light if all publicity is good publicity. If this was a publicity stunt, it's one of the worst I've ever seen. Maybe this decision, maybe it was made because management at North Face is woke. Last year, they hired Nicole Otto to be their president of global branding. I would imagine that position holds a lot of influence in their marketing strategy. Guess when Nicole Otto started? June 2022, when the first commercial was produced. Guess where she came from? She spent 16 years at Nike. Perhaps they doubled down to show normal people that North Face is not afraid of your boycott. The only reason I could come up with as to why North Face is doubling down, this is a movement to normalize a lifestyle. That commercial wasn't designed to appeal to men. Hell, I don't think it was designed to appeal to adults in general. It was designed to appeal to kids. They are trying to raise a generation of kids to be confused about their gender and sexual orientation. Unlike Target, where I had my doubts as to whether there would be a nationwide boycott, I think we could see a legitimate boycott with North Face. This is a company that has spent the last 50 years marketing itself to men. It's an outdoor clothing brand. The reason the Bud Light boycott was so effective, it directly impacted men. Dudes were insulted that Bud Light would hire Dylan Mulvaney. The shit fucks, they are trying to claim the boycott of Bud Light is a direct attack on the LGBT community. Last night, Gavin Newsom, governor of California, he criticized Target for what he called selling out the LGBT community to extremists. There is a systemic attack on gayers, and it's happening all over the country. Do you see what they've done? Remember when all we heard about was systemic racism? You know why we don't hear about that anymore? It was proven false. No one is buying into that bullshit anymore. The deacons always have to have a cause. The woke movement is absolutely useless when they don't have an enemy. All they've done, they've taken the same tactics they used with mythical racism and applied them to the LGBT movement. It is a myth. Members of the LGBT community, they're not under attack. People are not boycotting the community. They're boycotting companies. They're boycotting brands. And they are boycotting them because they are using their platform to indoctrinate children. I hope people send a message to North Face. I thought this was over. I thought this was over after what happened to Bud Light, but I guess I was wrong. Clearly, not all shitfucks got the message. If there is a massive boycott of Target and North Face, I want to say things will change, but I don't know. I don't know at this point. I don't think Woke United Methodist is going to give up that easily. For decades, corporate America has been accused of only caring about profits. Profit over people. Now it appears they are putting people over profit, but only a small percentage of people. They are trying to appeal to less than 10% of the population. Give me your thoughts. North Face doubles down, releases a Pride commercial with a drag queen. Do you think we see a massive boycott of North Face? You let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, kc_btl84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.